Mr. Lee, Mrs. Lee, please accept this money.
Child, please don't do that. Nurse him a little
No,
more.
no, madam, it's not appropriate.
Really not appropriate.
Don't be so proud. Just accept it. To tell you the truth, something happened to my family. If he's healthy, I'll take him back the day after tomorrow. If I don't come back, treat him as your own. Please, he is my only son. Promise me, rest assured, we'll raise him as our own baby. These are some clothes I made for him. They won't fray for 2 years. Could I hold him one more time? Of course.
See how the stars shine tonight. Tomorrow the sun will shine. A good omen for the execution.
Sir! Minister! Young Biao is crazy. He wants to confess his crimes.
I had a feeling there would be trouble tonight. But not even I foresaw his coming. Send him back. I have no wish to see him.
Minister, your attitude has tested the patience of the officials. Young Bao's arrival means he's masking something. Mark my words, something great is yet to come.
But what say you?
Father, Sima Yi, the son of Sima Fang, was lost yesterday. I think it's suspicious. We'd better delay execution.
What does Sima Yi's loss matter to you?
It's deadly serious. I think this is an extremely important matter.
If he hid for 1 year, would you support his father?
Sir! Minister, Mr. Shun and Yang Shu have come to visit you.
Is Mr. Shun?
One wants to save Sima Fang, the other wants to kill him quickly. Well, let them in. Please.
Greetings, Minister.
Please accept my best regards, Minister.
Why have you come to see me, Shun?
Hear me, Minister. Tomorrow is Sima Fang's execution. I've drawn up the official document to be reported to the Emperor and its officials. But Sima Fang hasn't signed it with his own hand. I'd like to ask whether the document should be shown to them or not.
As Chief of Secretariat Shun, you lead the other officials in brokering many of the state's affairs. Don't worry about a meaningless piece of paper. Those officials that want to see a document, do they think Sima Fang is not guilty?
I didn't mean it to sound like that. Sorry to have bothered you. I'll go back. Immediately.
Listen, you've come just in time, Shun. Since you care about this case so much, why not take charge of tomorrow's execution? What say you?
But
you consider yourself a gentleman, far away from death. Are you unwilling to be on the execution ground?
I have fought on battlefields beside you for many years, Minister. Death is no taboo for me. I accept your order.
Secretary Yang, why are you here?
I'm begging you, Minister, allow me to supervise Sima Fang's execution tomorrow. As I was responsible for Sima Fang's impeachment, many have spoken ill of my character. I want to be present at the execution, as a sign of my loyalty.
Secretary Yang, you are extraordinary. A great man. How could I possibly doubt your loyalty? I appoint you as Mr. Shun's assistant for tomorrow.
Father.
Don't question me!
Yes.
Well, one is Chief of Secretariat. The other is my son. Both are involved. The fault, then, must surely lie with us.
Minister, whether Mr. Shun and Chao Pei are involved, I'm not so sure. I'm afraid the execution tomorrow will be a complex affair.
Mr. Shun. Good morning.
Secretary Yang, you've come just in time. Have a look at this. What you are looking at is Sima Fang's confession. Now, he would rather die than sign it himself. I was wondering whether you can imitate his calligraphy and perhaps sign for him. Would that be okay?
Tell me, why should I sign for him?
I'm afraid among the current calligraphers, with the exception of Zhong Yao, only you have such talent for calligraphy.
Can we not execute Sima Fang without his signature?
Secretary Yang, you must have heard what the minister said to us. Why did he ask me to supervise the execution?
Well?
Sima Yi was lost. The Imperial Corps commander interceded for him. There's no signature on Sima Fang's confession. If the officials instigate a rebellion because of this, no one knows what the implications could possibly be. If we don't solve this now, our nation will become unstable. Secretary Yang, don't you want Sima Fang to be executed as soon as possible?
May this bloody carnage be over as fast as is possible.
Tumbril in broad daylight. How dare you do that?
You disregard our lives and think we await our deaths with bent knees?
Take them to the execution ground. Dispose of them after telling my father.
The criminal Sima Fang, colluded with Yuan Shao, has plotted to murder our emperor. His rebellion is both flagrant and unforgivable. Behead him immediately.
Minister! Mr. Shun, my father is wrongly accused. He's been wronged.
Who is disturbing the order? Take him.
I offer myself in place of my father. He is wronged. I beg you, Minister, clear my father of this crime. It's young Shu. He framed my father. Man Chong, you turned a blind eye to him. Aren't you afraid of being blamed by the Minister?
I've missed you, my elegant goddess. Because of you, I've been singing. Has Sima Fang been beheaded yet? Is his head rolling? Where is Sima Fang's head? I wonder. Guojia, what say you? Oh, elegant goddess, because of you I sing.
Mr. Chun, time is up. Mr. Chun, execute him.
Execute.
Father, I'm unworthy to be your son. Hold the execution! Please hold the execution! Wait a moment!
Sima Yi! Brother Yi!
Hold the execution! Please hold the execution! Hold the execution! Hold the execution! Please hold the execution! There's a grievance in the case!
Stop! Hold him!
I have evidence! I can prove that there really is a grievance!
Who are you?
I am Sima Fang's son, Sima Yi!
Well, Sima Fang has 8 sons. If each of them comes to bargain on his behalf, the execution won't be carried out until tonight.
Even if King Wen of Zhou has 100 sons, he can't be forgiven if the evidence is conclusive. Secretary Yang, we may as well listen.
I have the evidence to prove that my father is wronged. Please hear me out!
What evidence?
My father's signature on the confession document is the evidence. That signature on the confession is a lie. It was forged by Young Shu. It's a copy.
Mr. Jun, is what he says the truth?
Yes. Sima Fang can't write with his hands because of being tortured. Secretary Yang is talented in calligraphy and is good at imitating the hands of others. The signature that appears on the document was done by Secretary Yang.
Well, well. Mr. Shun, you framed me, Shun Yu. Shun Yu! I always favored you, and in return you have framed me.
Since you've predicted what Yang Shu will do, you must have thought of how to deal with him, correct?
I think it's best, for everyone, that Mr. Shun should help Yanshu to kill me.
To kill you? What do you mean?
I went to Yang's mansion just now to confront him about that secret list and where it came from. Young Xu thought it was Mr. Shun who told me where the list had come from. In order to silence me, he must kill me. I'm afraid that he is on his way here. He is suspicious. Only in my death can he let down his vigilance. Then we can prove my father innocent.
You really came here to die?
Well, Mr. Shun, it's up to you if it's a real death.
You put your life in my hands too easily. What if, on a whim, I decided to have you killed? Would I be much safer then?
The lives of my family and all the courtiers of Han are decided by Mr. Shun. How could I care for only myself?
Don't kill him.
Before I save my father, don't let my wife know about this.
Then tell me, what will you do?
I'll go to the execution.
Don't you know? You're colluding with the rebels and cheating the minister.
I only intend to let others know that you are capable of forgery.
This proves that my father's treasonous letter to Yuan Shao was also a forgery! Yes, I can imitate your father's hand, but that doesn't prove the letter was written by me. Why would I frame your father? You despise my brother! You broke off the marriage pact you made with him! Nonsense! I don't even consider weak men like him! Listen to me. If your father didn't plot a rebellion, but we were still in a high position, I would have still looked down upon you and your family. Young Shu! In order to save your father, you framed mine! Young Shu, I know what you fear. If not, you won't take my life! You won't take my life! Nonsense! Why don't you tell the people you colluded with Mr. Shun to frame me? That golden bowl is all yours!
Secretary Yang, how could you possibly know that the letter was taken from a golden bowl?
I heard it in the minister's mansion.
Yang, even Minister doesn't know about this. I only said that the letter was taken from the premises of the Sima family. I didn't mention the bowl in the documents or inform the officials about it. Do you know about it, Imperial Corps Commander, Mr. Chun?
No.
I got it wrong. Maybe I heard from the runner in charge of this case.
Unfortunately, I have had a bad habit. I have always been timid and suspicious. When it comes to important physical evidence, I must ask my men to search by themselves. When I found that golden bowl, there was nobody around me.
This proves that except the magistrate, the only one who knows of that letter's existence is the one who wrote it! Young Shu! Well, you all colluded with him to frame me! Uh-huh.
Secretary Yang, did I hear you correctly? It's clear that this case is suspicious. Since I am the supervisor, I have the duty to put this execution on hold. Let's resume this case after I've reported to my father. We'll see what he has to say on the matter.
Well, obey Young Cao's decree. Agreed? Take Yang Shu and Sima Yi to the palace. Put them in prison with Sima Fang and question them further.
Thank you, everyone.
Sima Yi! Sima Yi! Brother Yi! Brother Yi! Sima Yi! Brother Yi! Brother Yi! Sima Yi!
Find someone to heal him and treat him well.
Yes, sir.
Those two old half-wits. They have two very smart sons.
Yang Ju cheated you and framed Sima Fang. He should have been condemned.
Go back first.
Father.
Go back!
Yes, sir.
Calm down, Minister. Maybe Child P just sympathized with Sima Yi. Yang Shu is overconceited. Child P is partial to modest men and cannot ignore Yang Shu's political tricks. It's all to be expected.
Even you cheat yourself sometimes. Advisor Guo, Mr. Shun, you and I are not like the rest of them. How could we be regarded by normal rules? Actually, I've known much about Mr. Shun. He's the one who told me to control vassals, but also to obey the Emperor. All his life, he'll always have the admiration of the Emperor.
Minister, how will you dispose of this case? What about Sima Fang? What about...
Well, we don't want another massacre on our hands.
Always a pleasure.
Shu, I feel that there were some words you wanted to say in the execution ground, so I'm here. Get the door.
Sir.
I'm confused. I don't know how Mr. Shun made that choice. Well, Mr. Chun, today you saved the whole Sima family. I hope you realize the Yang family are now over.
It's not wise to hurt oneself to save another. I can't turn a blind eye to the crimes committed. I can understand you want to save your father, but should the innocent Sima family be sacrificed just for that?
Innocent? In all honesty, Mr. Shun, do you really think that family is innocent? Wasn't he part of the conspiracy to kill the minister? What if our minister died? They bite off more than they can chew, and deserve more than death.
Do you think that the people on the secret list deserve worse than death?
Yes. I've almost forgot. You, Mr. Shun, are the chief secretary of the Han Dynasty. Loyalty for standing up for the Han Dynasty should be rewarded. But don't forget, my father, Yang Biao, is also a loyal official of Han. What about him? Who saves him?
Childi, the last senior officials of Han sacrificed their lives to support the Han Dynasty, so I respect your father, Chief Yang, as I respect Mr. Sima. Try to think about your words for a moment. Why not take your father into consideration here?
I only consider my father to try find ways to correct his errors. But my father is as stubborn as you, serving an emperor who can't even pick up a sword. Fatuous and incompetent. A smart bird would certainly select a better tree in which to inhabit. He pardoned my father. For what? For me deserting the minister? That's because my aspiration confirms to his ambition. So the one who should be in fear is not me. No, no, no. It is you.
Indeed, you're knowledgeable and intelligent. It's easy to move forward, but it's hard to keep balance. Easy to kill, but hard to save. Do you really think you can control this situation with your wisdom? Actually not. And no matter what you think, you and I are not the controller. We are not so different, you and I.
Absolutely right. Both of us are pawns. But even a single pawn can create a checkmate. Having gone through ups and downs for 4 centuries, the Han dynasty has fallen apart. There must be a controller, but the levels of controllers are different. In my opinion, the minister is the controller who can conquer the world. If he can't make the public live a peaceful life, then I prefer to sacrifice my life to serve the minister.
Minister. Oh, please. Accept my greetings.
Mr. Seymour. I'm sorry. This case is too serious even for you, Mr. Seymour. That's too bad. Be that as it may, your son has proven you're innocent.
No.
How hurt are you? Did you walk by yourself? This way.
I can walk.
In fact, all the officials know. Mr. Seymour and I are old friends. Long ago, it was you who recommended me to be the Director General of Northern Luoyang. Therefore, Mr. Seymour won't embarrass me today, correct?
I will not. Never. No, listen. I can walk. I can walk.
The loyal officials all come from the filial family. Release Mr. Seymour and his family together.
Sir.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Minister, thank you. Thank you.
You mean the reason Minister released you is not because he trusted you?
The reason he released us is that he sees my father and Chief Young are nothing more than pawns to him.
Well, as things currently stand, this case isn't over yet.
Absolutely not over. Minister wants to put swords in the hands of all the people he thinks that are useful to him.
Hey, what are you doing up? Huh?
It's only a flesh wound. It really doesn't matter. Rather stay in the room. I'm gonna relax in the yard.
No, you need to stay here and get your rest.
What? After everything that I've been through, you're all I want. You've suffered a lot. I was able to save my father. It couldn't have happened without G. So when are you and G going to...
Nothing has changed between she and I. What are you talking about? She's the one who saved me from those bandits and sent me over to my aunt's. We haven't seen each other since.
Yes. Of course. I only asked about that because he'd always hesitate.
That may be because we lived and worked together during that journey. The others must doubt our relationship. He may want to preserve my reputation, so he hesitated to explain that. But the hero who adventures in the world is always forthright and frank. Nothing deserves to be doubted.
I know that you're frank and forthright, but when a man and a lady travel and live together, It does raise a few questions.
We only ever dried our clothes by the fire. They were wet.
Dry clothes?
Chunhua, Sima Yi.
Sure.
Daddy. Zhao,
Hey,
come to me, you.
come on, son. Say hello to your mother.
We know how much you miss them, so I brought them here at once.
Great. Hey, let's go and sit outside. It's so boring in here. Let's go.
Go.
Let's go play.
It's cold outside. Would you like
No
something
need.
to...
We could warm up without any clothes if...
Yeah. Ciao. Smile. When you grow up, you'd better not end up like your father, huh?
Hey, Mr. Shun. I've already said you don't need to bow to me like that.
I know that I am guilty, sir.
You helped me to clear that case. How can you be guilty?
I have a suspicion Yang Shu framed Mr. Sima. I have no evidence, so I can't say this in the open. That's why I didn't tell you and tricked Yang Shu into confessing. I'm guilty for cheating you, my lord.
Landing. I don't need pity. Mr. Shun, go draw up the document. As for Sima Yi, what do you think of him?
Like deep water quietly flows. I haven't learned him well yet.
So active is the deep water. Very much like you, Mr. Shun.
I understand. I know what you mean. I'll go back at once.
Minister, you fascinate me. I pay absolute admiration to you. I overestimate myself and never convince others. But today...
She... Have some tea.
What are you doing?
Here, your aunt will play with you.
Yes, let me play with you, okay?
What? Next time I want you to ask Hoji to do this.
You choose one.
I'm not tired. Here. Xiao, go and see if the medicine is ready or not.
I'll remember it. It'll be ready soon.
Hey, look out, Xie. Don't hurt yourself.
Do you decide which to choose? Oh, this one, great.
Sima Yi, our master is badly injured. He's not going to be able to see you.
Play by yourself for a while.
Greetings, Imperial Corps Commander.
Greetings, Imperial Commander.
Quickly change your clothes.